Hello, everybody. Now, this is video 99. My name is Kelvin Ng Chuken. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer and also a Microsoft Office specialist. Now, in this video, the information that I'm going to discuss here is rather complicated because I'm planning to extract data from two different databases with three different lookup values. Wow, that sounds like, I don't know, if I find this interesting and I find it very, very practical for a lot of people who are looking for data. So the function that I'm going to use is going to, if error, I'm going to replicate, and then VLOOKUP, indirect, and also using name. So I'm going to also use the function called let in this particular demonstration. Now, let me just show you what I mean by complicated, right? Now, if you're able to find the employee name, employee address, email address, and employee ID. So now this sounds like a VLOOKUP to everybody, right? It sounds like a VLOOKUP kind of a work. So VLOOKUP based on this A004, and that is the name. Now, what happens if I change this? Now, I'm going to copy. If I change this, I'm going to paste just the value. If I change this, it will also find it for me, right? If I change this, copy, okay, and I'm going to paste this. I can search for the name, employee ID, and the email address depending on whether I type in the ID, name, or the email address. How cool is that, right? It is not just based on one lookup value, but it does look up in different value. Now, yeah, when you look at the formula, you say, all right, we just repeat it over and over again. But yeah, it's kind of a cool, what do you call this, solution to have. Now, we are not going to use anything called VBA or whatever to write this, but we're just going to use something that is what we can do within Microsoft Excel. All right, so let's take a look at this. Now, if I were to write this formula, I'm just going to put here equals to VLOOKUP based on this value. Now, I'm going to lock this A so that when I copy to the right, it will not go to B, right? So I'm just going to just keep it to A. And now, because the name of all the columns, I have already done that. So there are a couple of names that is available. Not here, sorry. We're going to use the function called choose. So I'm going to use the two column, 1, 2, comma. Now, if you have no idea what choose function is, please follow up with one of my previous video. Look for choose, and I will try my best to explain this again in there, right? So here, I'm going to use this A ID. I'm going to tell them, please use this A ID to match the A. I want to look for the name. So A name. Right, that goes, comma, 2, comma, 0. So that's how it works. That's it. Right. But the problem is, if I use the name now, put it here, just like what I pasted just now, this time I'm going to give an A because I'm actually telling them to use the ID to look for the ID to look for the ID, right? But now I'm using name. How does that going to work? So it's not going to work. Which that I'm going to add on from here. It says if error, I'm going to repeat this whole formula. If error, I'm going to repeat this whole formula, copy this, I'm going to put a comma and paste it. So if this is an error, then look up what we call a name. Then look for the name. Right. If you put in the email address, so I'm going to paste it again, then I will say, okay, let's look in the email. Yeah, there you go. Then if you don't find anything, just leave it empty. Right. So I'm just going to close the bracket until you see the black color. Ta-da, we get it. So you see now, if I use the email address, paste it here, I will still get a name. How cool is that, right? Now we get everything. Right. So if I use name for this one, I'll get a name as well. Here's the ID, I'll get the name as well. So depending on what I know, I just type it here and I will be able to search for the information. right? So how cool is that, right? But if I want to search it in from a different database, that means if I put here B0020, copy, and I put it down here, right? I'm going to paste value. I'm not going to get anything because of this error. Okay, so now I'm going to extend my formula slightly. So I'm going to put it here. Now I'm going to do this. I'm just going to come here, alternate enter to bring to the next line, and alternate enter to bring to the next line. Yeah, push it a little bit to the inside. And this one, and I'm going to press enter twice. Okay, let's make this one a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it down here. So I have two layers now. So this one, I'm going to change it to B. So this is from the database B, and B. So I'm going to look for the B name as well. I'm going to look for the B name as well. And I'm going to look for the B name as well. And I make sure that I close another 3 more bracket. When I press enter, I'll still get it, right? So I'm going to make sure that all this are able to do whatever I want to do just now. So if I just copy this to this particular cell and paste it, yeah, I can still get the name, right? Employee 5, right? So this is employee 22, copy. So I'm going to paste it there. Then you say employee 22. So at any time when I change any of this, I'll be able to do that. How cool is that, right? So that actually sum up the whole formula. However, it's not going to be easy because this formula is only available for employee name. Now I need another set for employee ID and also the email address. So I'm thinking of a way that I'm going to simplify it. I actually type in this title up here, email ID and so on. So in this formula, I'm going to add in something called let. So let me just press enter. Excel. Make sure you call this date here, put here data A, data A. So data A is equivalent to indirect of whatever that is up here. That is A name, right? But I'm going to log the one, right? So close bracket. Now I'm going to give another name. I'm going to call this data B, comma, then I call this indirect of this cell B2, and I'm going to log only the 2. Yeah, sorry, wrong bracket and comma. So I'm going to put another close bracket at the end to finish this up. So now I just have to copy this to the right and bring it down. Oops, something is wrong here. Now I need to change some of this one. Right? I need to change this one to data 1, data A. So I'm going to highlight this, copy, paste, paste, and I'm going to paste it here, but I'm going to make this one B, copy this, paste, and paste. Yeah, this should do the work. So I'm going to copy this to the right. Yeah, I'm going to get everything right and copy that. There you go. So this is the formula that I have written. Like I said, it's a little bit complicated, but it does the purpose. So it actually helped me to find this. So if I copy this and I paste any kind of information that is given to me, so whether it's from database A or database B, I will still be able to find the answer, right? For your information, the database A is here, the database B is here, right? So that's what I meant. Okay, so now this is the formula that I'm using. If you think that this solution can be applied to your situation, to the environment that you have, please let me know. I can share this file with you. Just have to contact me and I will get you this file and this formula. We can have a discussion on that. So if you think that this solution is going to help all your friends and your colleague when they do their work, please do like and share my video, share this video to all of them, and I hope they will get the answer they require. So thank you so much for watching this video. right? See you in my video 100.